Oh, hey, looking for that. How is he?
Fine. No change. No need to go in.
Excuse me?
Oh, I just examined him. Said there's no change.
Oh, well, as much as I trust your word, honey, I'd like to look at my patient.
Well, there are other things that need your attention right now.
Let me get this straight. Are you refusing to let me check on my own patient?
Dr. Rodriguez, call pediatrics. Dr. Rodriguez, call pediatrics.
I've been watching you. Was making bets with myself to see how long it's going to take for all this stuff to get knocked over.
Am I that obvious?
Only to the trained and observant eye, yes. What are you worried about? I replaced the meds that you took. No one's going to know if they were ever missing.
I still don't understand why you did that for me.
I lost a patient a long time ago because of a similar kind of drug operation where someone was putting bad meds into the system.
Well, that sounds like an interesting story.
Maybe. Maybe one day I will tell you. This thing never stops going.
What is it?
You're starting Siobhan's autopsy.
Cerebral trauma at 8:52 that needs you immediately. I'll handle Jason's follow-up care.
Robin, I took a piece of dashboard out of Jason's brain that had been there for 14 years. It was a precise and delicate procedure.
Well, what do you want, a gold star?
I want to check on my patient. You'd want to do the same thing.
The heavy lifting is already done, okay? Something else needs your attention.
Okay.
Wait, hey, this is not up for debate.
Excuse me, why are you acting like this?
Because sometimes my job comes with demands and problems that you don't understand, and quite frankly, I don't have the time to explain to you, okay? I already made that mistake when I let you talk me into giving Jason a biopsy.
You made a decision based as a doctor.
Based on my emotions, all right? We already copped the situation.
Yeah, and you were much nicer the first time.
Well, I should have listened to Matt, okay? He was right. There was no tumor.
What does that have to do with what's happening right now?
Just stop questioning the way I make decisions, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. O'Leary, 3408. Dr. Kyle O'Leary, home 3408.
I need to go after Patrick. There is actually a surgery that needs him.
Don't worry, things are under control.
Okay, well, I'll be back as soon as I can.
All right, I got a lot of strong arm cracks going on up in here, but I'm gonna refrain.
Maxie, you really can't go in there.
Why? I'm practically Jason's family.
But you're not, and he's not even awake right now.
It doesn't matter. I found Sam's engagement ring. I went and got it professionally cleaned, and I was kind of hoping I could just slip it underneath
Maxie, I said no.
No job making you crabby much?
Dr. Rodriguez, call pediatrics. Dr. Lucia Rodriguez, call pediatrics.
You know, there's a little snag in the med situation.
Okay, I'm listening.
You put back more hydrocodone than I took out.
No, I counted. There were 2 bottles that were missing.
Well, I only took out one, the one I had you analyze.
So what are we saying here? That somebody in the staff is helping themselves?
Well, either that or it was a random steal or somebody from the drug ring
Or maybe the cop is working the case. No, on faith or on wishful thinking?
Lucky did not take those pills, and I did not take them for him.
Your faith in him is really something to behold.
Oh, you think I'm being naive?
No, I think you're being loyal to a fault, which is an amazing quality in a person. It's a shame you guys couldn't make it. Though I am willing to bet that somehow you are still holding out hope.
Come on, he just lost his wife.
His child and his father, and he's going to try and hold tight anyone who's close to him.
Well, it can't be me, not now.
Nor should it ever be.
This is exactly what...
What I just said, I didn't really mean it. Okay, well, no, I did mean it. It came out a little bit more judgmental than I intended.
It's all right. You're not the only one in this town who thinks Lucky and I are the poster couple for unhealthy, codependent relationships. And you know what? You're all not wrong.
Well, that's brutally honest.
No, it just got to the point where it was ridiculous. Even Lucky and I couldn't deny it. And that's why we're not together anymore. Among other things.
Well, Lucky could do a lot worse than have you at his back as a friend.
And you have done your fair share of watching my back.
Yeah, well, I knew he was the underdog in this situation. I understood that.
Because you feel the same, or?
Because in my family, being treated like an adult, or as an equal for that matter, is pretty much impossible to come by.
Well, you have my respect. And I could do a lot worse having you as a friend, which I'm starting to realize you actually are.
Hey, if you insist on acting like a child, I suggest you take your whining and check into another hospital.
Do you expect me to just know what you're mad about?
Robin's acting all shifty, like she's trying to cover her bases, which means you're in her ear giving her crap about being objective.
Okay, I know you might find this hard to believe, but I have better things to think about than you all day long.
Look at that. Another text to go save a life. Which reminds me, did you get the autopsy report explaining what went wrong in Siobhan's surgery? You should probably check that.
557, Dr. Tyler.
Nice.
I grew up with a perfect sister. Always compared, always came up short. It's exhausting, I know.
Yeah, well, hopefully things like that, it's all gonna change.
Is that power going to Robin's head or what? She's acting like the medical version of Kate.
Hi. How are you? And okay, the Robin thing, just let that go, okay? She's under a lot of pressure right now. In fact, you know what? You should forget it entirely. Why don't we go get a bite? There's something I really want to tell you.
No, she didn't even blink an eye when I told her I found Sam's engagement ring, and she flat out denied letting me go give it to Jason myself.
Okay, or not.
What?
Has anyone seen Patrick?
He just got paged. You missed him.
Damn it.
Patrick's nose was all out of joint because he thinks I've been ragging on you for playing favorites. So, since we know that sure as hell ain't true, I'm just wondering what's really going on.
Look, Jason's in no condition to be the voice of reason. Sorry, Max. You're gonna have to step up and calm the boss down yourself. Then get Bernie to do it. All I know is we can't afford any screw-ups on our watch.
Why aren't you reacting? Once again, Patrick is trying to make something about him that isn't. I didn't say or even imply that you were complaining. I may have been short, but Patrick, of course, jumped to his own conclusion.
Short, try how rude are you?
Really? I have a job to do here, people, okay? Beyond managing everyone's fragile egos, I actually have a hospital to run. And if that isn't difficult enough, now I have to deal with the security concerns that come with having Jason as a patient. Excuse me, I have to get Patrick before he goes into surgery.
Okay, so what do you say we get away from all these grumpy people and I can tell you about something
I just had a revelation. When Jason wakes up, he needs to ask Spinelli to be his best man. Maybe that'll snap him out of this whole Jackal PI thing.
What is it going to take to get you to snap out of this whole, compulsive,
What?
obsessive, nothing, never mind. You have your pet projects, I have mine.
So you're busy then. So it works out. You do your doctor thing, and we'll meet up later.
Dr. Joyless, call 4644. Dr. Sim.
Okay. Really?
4644.
You know, the research on this is fascinating. You know someone on the team?
I might know somebody on the team.
They've been
Yes.
trying to crack that for decades.
Yes, since 76.
Elizabeth, hey, do you know where I can get the results of Siobhan's autopsy?
Boss is on the warpath, and everybody's looking at me to talk him down. Just get somebody up here to guard Jason's room. Okay, my brother's not due to relieve me for another half hour.
Dr. Julian to OR3 step. Dr. Leo Julian to OR3 step.
Hello.
We got a window of opportunity with Morgan. What do you want me to do?
You make sure no one gets in that room before I do.
The results from Siobhan's autopsy aren't back yet, but it shouldn't be long.
I'll wait.
Dr. Neal, call 933.
How are you holding up?
Dr. Barbara Neal, call 933.
I appreciate the lack of suspicion and accusation in your tone. It's refreshing.
What happened?
Oh, nothing. You know, Dante came over. We were talking about everything that went down, all the drugs that were in my system, and Lulu walked in. She was less than supportive.
Maybe just shocked.
No, it was more than that. I mean, she wouldn't even hear me out. My own sister doesn't believe that I was shot up. She basically called me a liar and implied that I was heading out to score.
I'm sorry.
She's with Aiden, by the way, so he's fine. And I guess Matt probably thinks I'm using too. I mean, he bailed me out with JT, but I haven't taken myself off the case, so I'm sure, that speaks volumes to him.
And actually, Matt came through again. He replaced the pills that I took for you.
Oh. Well, that's above and beyond, but I'm sure he was just doing that to cover for you.
And for someone else.
What does that mean?
I only took one bottle of hydrocodone, and there were 2 bottles missing. He replaced both of them.
And naturally, you think I took the other bottle, right?
No, God, no, I didn't say
No,
that.
you don't have to. I've got enough accusation in me to cover for everyone.
Dr. Fryman, call radiology. Dr. Norman Fryman, call radiology.
Lucky, wait. I'm not accusing you of taking pills. In fact, I told Matt you didn't do it.
Sorry.
I know how hard you've worked to stay sober, and I'm gonna do everything I can to support you.
Yeah, I don't know if I deserve that with everything that I put you through.
Lucky, all those years ago, I did not handle your addiction very well. And when Jason was in surgery, I started thinking how things could be different if we had the chance to do them over, if we could just erase the mistakes and erase all the pain and the tragedy. And then I realized we would just make different mistakes because we can't escape who we are or what's meant for us.
Is that what's meant for us? Pain and tragedy? I mean, is that what you're saying?
I think it's easy to find. Being happy takes work.
Sometimes. I mean, when I was hanging out with Aiden today, the way he was smiling and laughing, that wasn't work. It was so easy to truly just be happy in that moment. And to think that we all were like that. I mean, what happens? Do we work to complicate everything?
Nurse Weber. Was there anything unusual? Okay, thank you. That was the autopsy.
What did it say?
Siobhan did not die of natural causes.